going down. Got our first podcast interview.
What's up,
Young
man?
Jas in the building.
What's
up? What's up? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Good seeing y'all.
Young Jas, hey, first podcast interviewer on the show.
This
Hey,
is
the
definitely
mic,
going
give him the
down.
mic, man.
It's going down, man. It's a pleasure being here for sure, for sure.
How you been, bro? What's going on?
Been good, man. Just released Crown, so I'm just pushing it, going nonstop, you know. So
Man,
gotta stay with it.
there it is. Got Love Athena in the house. You like Love Athena or just Athena?
It's Athena, but then it ended up being Love. Now where I go, they say Love.
Yeah, that's right here.
Got to put the love on it.
Yeah, it is. JQ, G A Pimp, we in here, man. Of course, got to talk about your new album. I see it on your hoodie right there. Crown, man. Talk about that, man.
Man, Crown, like, it's just my first solo album that I put out, and it's just straight raw and uncut. So, you know, right now I feel as if, like, I'm trying to keep the real alive, you know, especially the times right now. You know, a lot of times I feel like, you know, real is kind of fading off, so I'm trying to just keep the real music alive, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And for people that don't know, you've been grinding for a minute, right?
Man, for a long time. I'm already 6 albums in on iTunes. I've already done the whole EP with J-Dog. And, you know, it's kind of hard to get J-Dog in the studio, so they ought to tell you, like, you know, me and J-Dog real tough. So we got Ghetto Prophets out. Me and him dropped the whole project together and stuff, so.
Man, you did a remake with my homie ESG.
Some more.
Yes.
Yeah,
man, I was singing it earlier, man. Man, I was like, that sound like some real old school H-Town classic stuff, man.
And that's my dad on the hook. A lot of people don't know that. That's my pops on the hook. So, you know, I really just, you know, being a blessing to be able to come link up with somebody like ESG, who was one of the first people to talk about swingers, you know. So, you know, linking up with him was just a blessing. We also did a remix to Northside with Young Star and ESG too, the one that they did. You bring out
some of them classic boys out here.
Legends in
yeah,
there.
it got some legends.
Man,
sure.
what did you see about your pops to be like, man, I'm gonna put you on the record?
Man, it's because my dad, I grew up to always listen, like we go to the karaoke things, like, you know, when you go to the restaurants, he'll be singing, you know, R. Kelly, all kinds of different, like Marvin Gaye, he be singing like, like he's he could get down, George Strait, you know, all of, you know, so.
So you grew up in all the genres of music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like,
as Mexicans, people think, oh, you just listen to Mexican music. Nah, we hip hop, R&B, country.
On my new tape on Journey, my new tape Crown, the first song is actually a remake to Journey, Who's Crying Now. So
wow, and Journey, my boy.
Journey, you know,
That's
so
a
I
very
be
good record, actually. Yes.
yeah, I be on that. I be on, like, you know, Journey. I be on, you know, all the like classic rock like Def Leppard, you know, AC/DC, all that kind of stuff. You know, so my genre of music is just all over the place. Ozzy, you know, I be listening to everything. So that's why I feel like my mindset is just different when it comes to music. You know, it's all feeling. So that's why I feel like.
Tina, when you hooked up and got together with him to promote, what did you see in him that you thought, okay, this guy got it?
The thing that caught my attention was at that time, I mean, we have our H-Town legends, we have our music that put a staple in our culture, and at that time, he was one of the, you know, the younger generations to actually bring a little feel of that H-Town classicness, but with that raw, different vibe or flow that he had. And I thought it was very refreshing to see somebody young.
Because you worked with a lot. You worked with, you know, with
I work with a lot
GT
of
Garza.
everybody.
I mean,
I work with a lot of independent companies. You know, Houston is known for independent.
Independent for sure.
So
Independent
everybody is their own entity. So I work with everyone, and I think him, out of everyone that I've worked with, he still kind of let us have that H-Town feel in a new way. So.
Man, I'm loving that right there. When you write music, man, do you have to hear the beat first, or do you just go off your head and then you just find a particular melody that really goes with what you just wrote?
Man, and actually this song that I got called Granny, that's on my song Crown, I actually said, everybody asks, what's the process when you writing? Love when everybody talking, I can't write when it be silent. Like, I gotta be in the zone. Like, I be in, like, I could be writing right now just by being inspired, just being in 97.9. I could write right now, so it don't have to be no quietness. It don't have to be, because I grew up in a household where it was, you know, full of kids, not having my own space.
I'm the youngest of 10, so I know.
You know, you gotta find your way to create. That's why I've grown up to find my way to create. Like, it was never, oh, I gotta have some quiet time or something. Nah, man, it was like you find your escape, and music was that for me, you know. So I had to learn to to just be able to be in the zone no matter where I was at, adapt to what I was surrounded, no matter what, you know. So
'cause I know growing up too, back in the day when H-Town rap was in, everybody was talking about you coming down the boulevard. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and it's dope. I mean, that's H-Town classic. I mean, you can't touch it. But I mean, now it's different, right?
Now it's way different.
People think Texas or Houston rap is talking about swingers and elbows and coming down the boulevard. You know what I mean?
And
so,
and my stuff that I'm coming with now is totally different. Like everything I'm doing, that's why I feel like I'm reaching as many people as I'm doing. You know, I linked up with Athena like years ago. I've been knowing Athena for a long time, so she's seen the growth. And this last one we had at Crown, we're like almost like 500 people, you know, in attendance, you know, independently. So, you know, I'm just starting to realize that whenever you're putting that and you feel like you got to keep on going towards your goal, no matter what, like if you don't have the support at the time, it's going to eventually come. You got to just keep on going.
That's one thing that I have noticed is like I do go to a lot of shows. I go support the artists. I see who's in, you know, who's out there supporting them. I see how many people they bring in, and it's very cool to see that he has always been able to bring in that support and sell his own tickets. From
I heard you used to always book, like when somebody had a show, you would pay to get on stage. And you wanted to see what you can do. That's gonna be kind of like
some people don't want to invest in themselves to do that.
Yeah, you got to do that to be seen. You know, sometimes you got to do that. You know,
and I ain't afraid to tell the people coming up in the game what it takes, because everybody's, what's the thing I say, man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't willing to invest in yourself, it's just not gonna happen. So I remember being at these shows where Kiki's performing, all these people are performing, I'll be like, man, how much is it to perform? Oh, it's $500 for like 10 minutes. I'm paying that. I wasn't caring about what it costs. I just knew, hey, if you listen to me and you hear me rap, that is game time. That's it. And that's how it was. I paid the next week for J-Dog. Me and him linked up, and we're 22 songs in. Me and J-Dog, we got like 22 songs together. So that's my boy, you know, that's my bro. So, you know, it's a blessing to be able to link up with such a legend like him. So ever since then, I've been you know, incorporating him in everything I'm doing. You know, did a song with Slim Thug and Paul Wall and J-Dog on the same track, Dreams to Reality. So, I mean, that's what I really feel.
It's not easy to get them guys all at one time on one. Man, like a pimp, no. Like, we try to get them all to come in here. It's like, man, we got to schedule tooth and nail,
crazy, you know? Man. What's the craziest thing now that you've gotten, you know, this star power going on? What's been the craziest DM you've ever gotten?
Man, really, it wasn't really a DM. It's more like linking in with somebody, like really like a phone call. The craziest phone call I feel I had was like linking up with like Boston George. You know what I'm saying? Like I always looked up to Boston as in being from the north side and being independent and being one of the, you know, being able to sign with Jeezy, not just getting recognition from, you know, the city, but, you know, linking up with Young Jeezy. That's actually how I got my name, was being a fan of Young Jeezy and Eazy-E, and I just like Young Easy put it together, you know. Man. So
yeah, I was gonna ask you that. How you came up with
because of that, because Jeezy was my favorite artist, and so was Eazy-E, you know. So I just like formed the two names together. So Boston George is definitely like one of the best collabs I feel like I've loved to collab with. That was like kind of like, oh yeah, it's getting serious.
And now you're getting like recognition from other artists out of the state, right? Big artists. I think Lil Durk, right?
Yeah. Nah, like I opened up a show with Lil Durk, and we're in the same back room right there. Like Durk was right here, I'm like right there. You know, J-Dog brought us into the backstage, you know, doing with Lil Durk, and King Von was there and all them before he passed away. So, you know, we're doing a lot of big things. Like, you know, I wasn't ever scared to go out there and invest, and I feel like I've opened a lot of doors for being independent for a lot of artists that been coming up under me, like getting features for me. This last show I had all the ones that did features with me. I gave them a platform to perform because I knew what it felt like, me trying to come up in the game. So they were so appreciative, and they were like, man, bro, you serious? I'm like, yeah, come rock the stage, bro. Bring as many people as you come out, and let's go rock out, bro. Y'all ain't got to pay me nothing. It's love. Like, let's just get it done. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like I've learned in this game was, you know, you got to pay it forward, man. If you know you want blessings to come, you got to be able to be like, you know what, let somebody else shine. And that's what I believe in, you know, because my stuff's already set in stone what's going to happen with me. I feel like my name's already getting out there, you know, pretty much. So I'm just like, hey, man, you know, everything else is love.
Man,
sure.
going back on that, you know, saying that Eazy was one of your favorites, it's really rare when you see a young cat like yourself, especially being an artist, saying that, you know, a person before, you know, that's before your, you know, your age group genre, you know, that's rare. So that's a salute, you know, because you
sure.
like the one other young person that I've heard say stuff like that about artists they look up to, and it goes way back before their time, would be Corday, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you two are the only ones I've heard. So I'm like, wow, is to see your musical influences, that's dope. You
A
know,
lot of times people just know Eazy-E from the straight NWA movie, you know,
for sure.
Compton, you know, they don't know
For sure.
where it all started from.
Yeah, man, like that's what it was in my household. It was just nothing but like Al Green going on, you know, like Love and Happiness, and you know, all them type of songs like that. You know, Sam Cooke and all kinds of. That's why I feel like when it comes to music, man, I'm so open to be able to rap on these type of beats that nobody would think about rapping on. Like the song on my tape, Who's Crying Now, that's a Journey beat.
Yep.
Journey's my favorite band, you know.
Mine too.
I listen
Mine
to,
too.
you know, I love all their songs, Big Wheel in the Sky, you know what I'm saying, Don't Stop Believing, all those songs, like those,
yeah.
you know.
Did you
those
sing
are-
Faithfully to one of your young
Faithfully.
tenders back in the day?
Man, I wish I could sing, because I would have, you know what I'm saying, for real. I would have sung it for sure. But yeah, Faithfully, all them songs, like, those are my, you know, Motley Crue and all them, like, that's just,
hold
you know,
up.
I'm
Man,
all on,
yeah.
that's what I'm on, bro. Like, I'm on just everything, you know, so it's definitely, like, getting influence from all the old school music that really made me feel like I wanted to rap, because I wanted to bring, you know, something different other than somebody else, everything that everybody else is doing, you know?
Yeah, and
Man.
music right now has such a fusion of genres of, you know, mixed in. A lot of the hit records that we know of our H-Town records have samples.
yeah.
of
Oh,
old,
yes, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Zero song. I mean,
Yeah.
that came from an old ass song. So
Yeah.
I think it's something beautiful to keep.
Man, you
keep
got
it going.
to have that. I mean, you got to intertwine the old and the new, and then that just keeps it going. That just makes you have a love for, you know, when a person, you know, it brings in an older audience to the younger generation when they go back and find them samples, because the first time, you know, like, you know, you have a family member, whether it's your mom, your aunt, they be like, oh, I recognize
Yeah.
that beat.
Yep.
Oh, that person rapping. Oh, they're nice. And because they're familiar with the
They're
beat, and
familiar.
they're
The
like,
beat.
oh, that person did it justice.
You attracted
okay?
in. You
And a lot of
attract
these
them in.
major commercial artists are doing that too.
Yeah, that
I mean,
some
you
are-
hear all the new
yeah.
songs. I'm like, I tell him, where did I hear that beat from? He's like, man, that's an old freestyle song, you know, back in the day, you know.
Or I hear records, I'm like, damn, I thought of that. Like,
Yeah.
shit, that's
And not
awesome.
everybody can do certain songs just.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
some songs I'll be like, he shouldn't have used that
No,
sample,
yeah,
or she should use that
sometimes people
sample.
get
They didn't do
mad.
it. They just wasted a good ass sample,
Yeah.
and it don't sound right and tight. You know what I'm talking about?
For
Right
sure.
there, man. What do you like to do outside of music? What do you like to do for fun that just makes you feel good outside of music?
Being with the family, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm all about family. So, you know, barbecuing, you know, just hanging out with the family, like, and just family time. That's my spare time. If it ain't like on my song that when I did on that journey, I said, you know, being a daddy, provider, and rapper, this shit don't get easy, but I'm an adapter. Like, I'm doing all kinds of different things and at one time. So I just feel like if it ain't music, it's with the family. That's where I'm at 24/7 with them.
Boy,
you know
I
what I'm
tell
saying?
boy, you a rare breed, man. Let's
real.
extract some DNA and shoot at some of these people. Man, I love it. It's a family. That's what I'm talking about
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
it. That's it. You know, before I came to this interview, I had to go pick up my little boy, drop him off with my girl, and come straight over here. Like, that's really what I'm on. I'm always just around the family.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
people think rappers, especially young rappers, all they want to do out there chasing hoes and drinking all day long,
Exactly.
smoking weed, which is cool, way, but you.
I don't even smoke or
Yeah.
drink.
When
That's
I
a
first met
yeah.
him, I'm like, you don't smoke or you don't drink?
Yeah, we offered some drink right now. There's some Brent and cognac. That's some
So
water.
his mind
That's a
is
good
just-
thing. I say
yeah,
he
he's
got that
focused.
natural high. That's
Nah,
what-
for sure, for sure. You know, I honestly feel like I had to learn how to, you know, I was just having this conversation with my father-in-law yesterday about, you know, coping mechanisms, and I feel like a lot of times they're hidden with, you know, with drinking and smoking and all that, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but I was forced to have to deal with it sober-minded, so I feel like it really got me a way to create a different type of music, because I could really dig deep and really bring the music out that I wanted, because I'm not, you know, faded or anything.
Was it
like
because
that.
when you were younger you saw that? a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
that?
oh yeah.
And
That's
you were like, I don't want to be hungover like they are. I don't want to be falling out
Exactly.
acting stupid in front of people.
exactly what it is, and that's what that's a super good question, because that leads to you know, Menace to Society. That's how we did Menace to Society. Was formed from me feeling like I was just in the midst of, you know, that was my environment growing up, you know, nothing but drinking, smoking. That's what there was. So it's just like, I don't want that for myself or for my kids to be able to have to see that of me growing up. So my kids, they wouldn't even know what a cigarette is, or, you know, smoking.
What the smell of weed is.
What the smell of weed is. Like, I was so accustomed to that young. So,
yeah.
Like, it was just, you know, of course I've tried it when I was young, and it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
so
right
that's
there,
how I knew, like, oh, yeah, like.
Because most people, I'm not going to lie, most artists that I know, they're like, man, I got to get a drink real quick, or hit me a bowl real quick before I get on stage. I got to get that. Yeah, they got to get that courage, you know, liquid courage to get on stage and be like, okay, I'm doing this. But yeah, man, the way you doing is just
straight sober.
Yeah.
It just feels like it was for me. Like, you know, I had, you know, a lot of times, you know, doubters and stuff like that never thought I'd be able to do it. I didn't think I'd be able to do it. I just mainly felt like I was just rolling the dice. And a lot of times, you know, I feel like as if people are scared to roll that dice on themselves, and that's what this rapping is. Like, I would be like, man, should I get this song with ESG? What if it don't do nothing? Like, I gotta build my fan base. But nah, I did that song with ESG, and that
the video dope.
Yeah,
the video super dope.
I was in Goto's office the next day, right after it released. I was in Goto's office, and that same day I was on 97.9 with Michael Watts, playing it on the Sundays for a month straight, some more. So like, I just had to just realize that the hunch that you got, go for it. That's God talking to you. So I knew, like, man, I'm gonna roll that dice.
You know, right now you got a lot of young cats that watch YouTube clips. They want to be, you know, they want to be the Drake and they want to be the Baby and all that. But you take it back to people who are not doing stuff like that. They're doing big in their own city, but they're doing it on the underground tip, and it's all social media. And they look at people like you, be like, man, this dude did it. He got these legends on his record, but he's not nationwide known on all these radio stations, so he did it from the ground up. Like,
ground up, literally, man. And that's what I plugged in. It was just, you know, dare to be different. That's what it was with me. Like, you know, I try to be in different crews coming up in the game, and it never worked out because I just feel like they weren't taking it as serious as I was taking it. I was ready to rep it to the death because that's how I rock. Like, whatever I'm repping, that's it.
So you're cool with not being on a big label, or you're cool with not being on a major artist, their song with them. You're cool with just doing you.
I'm cool with doing me. I'm just looking for when somebody's seeing how beneficial this would be to them, for them to link up with us, you know, sponsorships or anything, for them to see like, man, this little young dude's gonna make sure we get all our bread back. That's all I'm mainly looking for is a push, a little help. But other than that, I'm doing everything that it would be if somebody was helping me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I got the views, I got the, you know, I got the catalog, I got the tracks with everybody from Sauce Walker to, you know, Peso to Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Boston George, Killy Calleon.
And the thing with them is they're Houston, they're local artists, but people know them nationwide. So just
Nationwide.
linking up with them, people already know. You got a song with them, they go, okay, this cat. You know,
He's doing something, you know. So it's all about rolling the dice. That's what I felt like it was on me. I didn't care to bet on myself because I already started with nothing. So there was nothing that I wasn't scared about doing. I was really like, I'm going to take that chance. And it worked out perfect.
That's cool for these younger artists coming up because they're probably thinking, man, how do I get started? What do I do? Should I go on stage and pay money to go, you know, should I do this? Should I not? Should I just kind of like sit back and wait? Because it's not going to come to you if you just sit there and wait.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to come. You got to go out there and chase it. And that's what I started. Like this last show I did, all these dudes that were on stage with me, they all got songs with me. So I gave them a platform to perform without having to pay. So it's like, to me in this game, it's all about relationships. So that's what I've done. I've kept a good relationship with these guys to the point where they got me for whatever. If I need them to pull up, they're going to pull up for me to any show. If I need them to help me, you know, be my street team, as in that's what it's all about. Street team, you know, putting out all your merchandise and helping, letting them rock a hat or letting them, you know, support your drink or just anything, just getting a shirt from me or whatever. That's my street team that I know we're going to push for me because they know I was able to give them a time to shine. And I didn't do it out of, oh, man, I need something back in return. I did it because I know what it was like coming up in the game, being that young, starving artist to trying to get just a little bit of recognition. So,
and I feel like people will appreciate that and will never forget that.
Oh,
and
they
I think
never
that
will.
Forever they will, show love to you because of that.
For sure.
You know, a lot of the Houston artists that we know, made a staple or gave us those hit records that are known all over the world. That was really cool for our culture. Do you think what is it going to take for you to leave your mark for Houston, not only but also for the world?
Just mainly being able just to be able to just to get a little bit of hey, just to slip a name in there. Hey man, y'all heard about that young cat, Young Easy? That's all it's gonna take, because once they hear the music, that's it. Cause I'm doing New York beats, I'm doing whatever. I could really go off of anything, so I just feel like my music's there, and everybody that came to my shows, I done had 40-year-old men, 45-year-old men coming to my show and saluting me. Not just the youngsters, it's the older crowd that like, man, you know what, you going hard, bro. And I'm just like, hey man,
I did notice that the difference of the age group of the fans, anywhere from 13, 14, 15 years old to, like he said,
grown men.
Grown.
And so that's mainly what I feel.
The music.
They loving it. That's what it's all about. When you got a good product, man, it sells like Pepsi or Coke, man. You're gonna make it do what it do, man.
For sure.
Man, how do you deal with how do you balance, because you being an artist, being a family man, and being a father, how hard is it for you to balance all of that? Because you make it look easy how you were talking.
You look at your videos, I'm like, man, this guy must have been out there for 2 weeks filming, and then you got to go home, and you know what I'm saying.
No,
so how do you?
Like, I just already did the video for this. I'm like, what? In a week? Damn, badass. Okay,
yeah, for real.
And I want to see it.
Yeah, we got that coming out. It should be dropping anytime now. I'll probably have it out by Monday to that Who's Crying Now. Mm-hmm. That one right there is going to really do something. So
that's the #1 song on the album. You guys should check it out. It's nice.
Oh, that's my shit right there, man.
Very nice song.
So how to balance to me is mainly like, like a lot of times people feel like, because I haven't dropped in like a year and a half. I did the Uncrowned King. That was like, kind of like felt like a DJ Khaled tape. Like I had every artist on there, Sauce Walker, Peso, Little Jeremy. I had Killy Calleon, Boston George. I had everybody on that tape. Slim Thug, Paul Wall, and and this tape was more personal. This tape was more me. This tape was more my story. So man, when I did this tape, it was mainly like, it took a long time for me to understand the meaning of Crowned and what I felt like it was to me. So balancing that, realizing that, hey man, I'm always put my kids first. So whether this rap passes me up or not, then that's cool with me, because I know I'm taking care of my responsibilities as a man. So as I did my show and I dropped the tape and there was as many people as it was, it just made me humble, because I knew that I was like, God, I know I'm not trying to waste no time, but I'm also going through, stuff with my kids that I got to take care of first, my obligations, my making sure they're put up and safe, and all
and
that.
the homies all they understand all that, right?
They understand. Like I recently moved out, by Alvin, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the beautiful feeling of being able to give them a better future. And I knew that even though it was pushing my rap a little bit, I knew that God was going to make up for it. So when I did my show, it was amazing to see as many people came. It was amazing.
I got to ask you this, though, now. What's the downside of being an independent artist, and then, is there any downside to it? Like, what do you hate about being an independent artist, if there's a
what I feel like it is just mainly coming out your pocket all the time. Like everything that needs to be done, I'm doing it. Like
you don't have no big corporate sponsorship.
Nobody.
No record label dropping $1 million on you saying here.
How many sponsors out there?
Yeah. This is the right way right here.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your money back and double. That's what I feel about me. Like I bet on myself. That's why I don't care about spending the money. Like the money we did, this show was at least like a $10,000 show that we did, and we got all that back. Like everything I put in, I got back. But I ain't scared.
What do they say? Scared money don't make money.
Scary money don't make no money. And I feel like if you don't invest, then you're not gonna get your name out there. So I've never been scared to invest, but it's just that's the downfall to me, because I have to just be able to drop it off.
I tell myself all the time, I go to the roulette table, Scared money don't make money. Then I get scared. I'm like, man, I better not do it.
How you just?
That's what I'm just saying.
You just put gambling into it. What are you talking
Because you think about it, people always tell me, hey man,
that's his biggest
if you want to
risk.
win money, you got to bet
That's
money. You know what I mean? So
your
America, do not listen to G-Man. Don't go on the table and say scared money don't make money and lose everything.
and that's why I don't play that.
1-800 gambling problem.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, hey man, it all intertwined, man. That's dope, man. Your story's dope. I know it's the beginning for you, man. I know you've been doing it for a minute.
For a long time. I just feel like
6 albums in, you said, right?
6 albums in, and then getting a whole EP with J-Dog done was just one of the biggest highlights too, you know. And then having him speak on my album, he's on the intro, he's in the middle, and then he's at the end, ending it with a prayer. So I incorporate him in everything.
And people probably think, oh, he probably paid. Because a lot of these dudes, no matter how much you pay, if you ain't rocking, you ain't good, they're not gonna endorse you.
Yeah, exactly.
You pay them money.
Exactly.
The way
they be like, man, I don't want the money. I'm not gonna, because that's my name on it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And the way he speaks, so J-Dog speaks on him, and ESG
Yeah.
speaks on him. Just that alone, it just speaks volumes because those are beautiful words that they say.
Yeah, no, and it's not, like I said, you can't pay for that.
And
No,
I
you
think
can't
during
pay
that
for that.
time
You can't pay
too,
for
like
that.
J-Dog was, a little absent for a little bit. He was quiet for a little bit, and I think he also sparked something in J-Dog to start creating again.
And we were just talking about that because, we know J-Dog had been kind of like staying back a little bit. He ain't really done much lately. And I was asking him, I said, man, he's like, no, he's still out there, but he's just not putting out albums like every year, you know what I'm saying? But he's still in there working, doing stuff with you, and I'm sure he's doing stuff, other people too.
He's like, he hasn't dropped that, Behind 10 Volume 2, that was like 8-9 years ago. So the fact that he's still coming around, that just goes to show. He's always told me, man, easy, dig deep, easy. Like, if you feel like you got to sing on something, sing on it. Even though you feel like you can't sing. Like, I got a song 21 that I got on there is on some DMX vibes.
Auto-tune
like,
that whole shit.
And the thing is, it wasn't even auto-tune too.
Yeah.
It was just straight raw. Like, if you hear that song, you'd be like, man, that's crazy. But that's just having a mentor in the game like J-Dog to tell me dig deep, because he said, I'm pretty sure everybody thought they was still going to be wearing tall tees and
The
snapping
funny
their
thing you
fingers.
say that, bro. I remember watching a video. It was behind the scenes. No doubt. It was T.I. and Justin Timberlake.
The chains
All right.
down here.
Yeah, the T.I. and Justin Timberlake. So JT told T.I., hey, man, you ought to sing that part. T.I. like, man, I'm not no singer. He goes, no, just I'll show you what to do, but we're not going to put no... So when they did the You Can Have Whatever You Like, that one, and then he did another song.
And that's what made it good.
And he sang on it, and Justin Timberlake was like, dude, just sing. But T.I. was like, man, I'm not no singer.
But
Now
it's
you
all
see
about-
a lot of people singing. Now you see Kanye West singing. You
Yeah.
see the baby singing. Drake singing.
It's all about feeling. Like, I feel like if you can't go wrong if you were to do it. If you felt it,
If it feels good.
then you're going to do it. So that's what I had to learn. J-Dog say, man, you pretty sure everybody's going to be snapping their fingers. But me, I rap what I feel, bro. And that's why my music lasts as long as it does, because J-Dog's a legend. Like, he's one of the type that he don't have to drop. But when he drops, the streets are going to go crazy. And everybody's going to go crazy.
He's one of them
over his
artists that he
music.
can sit out for a little while.
And he
then
can come
right
back and then like nothing
and not miss a
happened.
beat.
Yep,
And that's
not miss a
something that I
beat.
noticed on this album is like, before street cred, got it down pat. A lot of songs on this album, great for the streets. But there's a few songs on here that are really, he's playing with his voice, and I feel like radio could probably mess with it.
No, but
so
I also
it's literally taking
I also
you to
feel
the
like
next level.
you don't really care what people think as far as like if they talk bad about you. You just you're doing what you're doing out of love. You don't worry about haters. And how do you handle that? Do you ever feel like anybody ever hate on you and you're just like, why, man? I'm just a good dude out here trying to make a living. Because how does that? Because haters come no matter what.
Yeah, they come.
You're doing good, somebody's gonna hate on you.
I've
They
never seen
come.
no bad comments on your stuff.
Nah, it was mainly like, people like just trying to hate to the point where they're just trying to knock your shine. But I had to realize that mainly all the people that was hating on me, they're in my music videos at one point. So I had to realize that with growth, sometimes you're going to shed a little bit before you have to get to that level. So I started realizing everything that I was used to, I lost. Whether it was just, friends that I never thought were going to betrayed me. Relationships didn't work out. And I had to realize, hey, man, this is all for the better. There's something, when that door closes, there's going to be a whole bunch of other doors that open.
My man Lil Kiki said it best. Remember a couple weeks ago, he said, likes and followers are not your customers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, somebody likes and follows, they ain't your customers. So if you get hate from somebody who you don't even know, they don't even know you personally, do you do you read that and be like, man, why? Or you just let it go?
No, I let it go. I have not received any really that much bad comments on it. Like on comments, a lot of people are really like, man, this young dude got some. But like I'm talking about real life haters, those are there. But as in the comments, there's always people that are like tagging me on these lists, like, man, Young Easy, one of the hardest. They tag me. I don't care about the list or anything. I just feel like I'm just want to do good music and let the people speak for it. So
that's how you do it. You know, some people start off riding with a bus full of people, and then you got to go to that two-door coupe, baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And roll like that. And that's all right. You know, who you start with is not all the time who you finish with.
Exactly.
You know
that's true.
Growing up, how much did SPM have an effect on you?
Oh man, big effect. SPM is the GOAT. You know, he's gonna forever be the GOAT. So, man, one time I'm not even thinking nothing of it, and I'm super cool with Carly. So all of a sudden, Carly's like, "Hey, Easy, are you busy?" I'm like, "No, I'm chilling. Everything good." She's like, "Yeah, my dad's on the other line. I've never talked to this man before in my life." Boom, puts me on the phone. "Hey, what's up, Young Easy, man? I want you to come on down to the Day of Unity, man. And, you know, I'm a big fan of you. You know, I recorded the conversation, and that was just mind-blowing to me. That was just like SPM. Like, come on, like that dude right there broke the door for so many Mexicans to be able to just feel like they can do it. Like I was just saying that on an interview, I felt like we didn't have a lot of superheroes growing up, you know, being Mexican. Like there was nobody to really look up to. So SPM being from South Park and you know, getting the love that he did from the blacks and the Mexicans, like they loved SPM, like, and that's what I try to do. You know, black and brown all the way. That's just me. You know, that's why when I came in the game, I've collabed with everybody I did. I went for the OGs first because I paid my homage. That's what I feel I got to do with the OGs. Like, I'm going for the ESGs, the J-Dogs, and all them first, then work my way down to the youngsters, you know what I'm saying? But, like, because I'm young, too. I'm only 26, but I just felt like I wanted to collab with the ones that paved the way. So SPM definitely had a super big influence on me even feeling like it's possible. So, you know, salute SPM.
Doing what he did back in those times when there was no social media, there was no YouTube, there was no
you had to go to car shows.
Yeah, you had to go out there and sell CDs at the trunk. And he did the same thing either. I remember him going to car shows, and he would make his own little scaffold by his booth, and he would start rapping, and then they had to tell him, "Hey man, you can't do that no more because everybody's coming to see you, and the main stage is okay, but everybody's coming to see who's this Mexican out here on the scaffold."
Exactly.
Coming at car shows, he's like, that's when he kind of, and that was before people were paying to get on stage. You know, he was building scaffolds at the car shows. Man, he did a car show back in the day. He would put scaffolds up and go out there and perform, man.
Ooh wee, elevating, man.
Shout out to SPM, man. He actually bought my daughter her crib set and all this stuff for her bedroom when she was born, man. So
that's awesome.
He's like, man, your daughter about to be born. Yeah, he goes, man, let's go to the furniture store, man. I'm gonna give you some. I'm like, nah, it's all good. No, man, I want to buy the crib. I want to buy the dress. So he bought all that stuff, man. So my daughter, you know, she's older now. She tells everybody all the time. Yeah, she tells her, he's like, hey, SPM bought my crib and all that when I was a baby. So.
That's
awesome. and you tell somebody who SPM is, you get 10 different answers, and all of them are the same. Man, he was over there in the restroom selling CDs, or he was out there pulling over at the gas station and going out there and passing. Hey, you need to hear this. You need, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, SPM believed in himself before, like he said, you know, believed in myself. No one else saw my magic. You know, like that's what I feel like. It was like, you know, you gotta, if you know you got that.
I was working on a Tejano radio station back in the day, and he had just was coming out, and he came into the intro for me, right? And I said, he's like, man, but it's Tejano stations, man. I'm like, man, just do your intro. He did, and we had a conversation. He said, man, I'm trying to find somebody to, you know, to invest in me. I mean, so his brother, Duty, ended up coming out and investing in it. Sure enough, a little after that, blew up. And that's why we always kept it cool. And, you know, I was hurt whenever everything went down, and Free SPM hopefully comes out pretty soon, but man, he paved the way for a lot of people. Man,
so many people.
Not even, I mean, just to think about what he went through with when he was offered money from Universal back in the day, he turned it down. Like, nah, I'm making more money on my own.
Yep.
You'd be surprised, like leaving Houston and going towards the West area. Like, I mean, I work with Carolyn Rodriguez, and shout out to SPM and Carolyn for they were also padrinos at my daughter's quinceañera. But going that way and seeing the look on the fans' faces and just knowing what he did for our entire culture is like mind blowing.
Yep.
It's like it's not even, it's undescribable how much these people love him.
Yeah, for real.
Because like he said, we don't have any.
We don't have nobody to look up to.
speaking.
I feel
We
like
have no leadership right now other than.
What do you think? Just in your mind, what do you think if SPN would have been here the whole time? How would he have changed the game from what when he got locked up? If he would not never gone to that, what do you think would have happened? Who would he have been like right now?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's kind of like we're already seeing what he's gonna do, and he ain't even out yet. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing I've learned from him that taught me, because I wasn't getting booked, and that's what made me start realizing, man, I'm gonna throw my own shows, bring my own crowds to start realizing, so they could start catching on. Then right after I started throwing my own shows, started getting booked left and right. But that was when I first did the first day of Unity. I went out there with ESG, he invited me, and it just let me see that after 18 or 20 years, however long he's been locked up for, he has so many people coming out still, and then Slim Thugs and all them, they're coming out there to the shows, and then it just realized that let me know I want to be the one that does the booking. That's what I learned from SPM. I want to be the one that does the booking and bring these artists out, because the amount of crowds that he's doing and being locked up so long, it's already showing what he's fixing to do when he gets out. Because to this day, he has enormous crowds that is just like nobody even in the free world can do as many people as he's bringing, and he's locked up. So I can just only imagine he's already doing it right now, being locked up. So when he gets out, mark my words, it's going to be huge the next day of Unity. For sure. So I feel like he's doing everything as him being not free. So I could just only imagine what he'll do being out. Cause
what do you like to do? What do you like to do in the spare time, man? Without music, without family, what do you like to do to kind of unwind and relax?
Man, just hang out at the house and just, that's mainly me. I'm a house. That's just me.
Your homebody?
Homebody, man. I'm just chilling at the home. I'm just chilling at the house, hanging out, and that's just mainly what I do. I don't really, hang out with friends, and they all come over to my house. I'm mainly barbecuing all the time. That's what I do.
That's good.
You
You
know?
don't gotta worry about
man.
where you at. You in a damn bar. You're at a club.
No,
oh
I'm
my
at the house
God.
barbecuing.
Yeah, I'm
Hang
chilling.
out. Get out the car easy. Get away from
I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of these artists that I know coming up, man, they want the girls. They want to go to the club and drink for free. They want to get that, and I mean, obviously, when you become sort of famous or your name out there, it comes with the territory.
For sure. I was in boxing before rap, so I was in boxing for a good 5-6 years. I was in that. I was in the Golden Gloves doing all that. So mainly that's what I enjoy doing. Watching boxing fights and all the old school. Arturo Gotti and Mickey Ward and all them. So that's
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Like I be on that. That's what I be on.
You're a big boxing fan.
Big boxing fan.
Yeah.
That's what I mainly do. My little brother's actually a boxer. He won Battle of the Beast, Golden Gloves. Whole family, mainly in the boxing game. So
I mean, you being from Northside, right? I think I talked about this to him. We were talking about this last time. His neighborhood is like one of the top most dangerous neighborhoods in Houston, right? Because I was like reading the top.
My wife's from Northside, actually.
Northside
Ups and downs.
One of the hardest.
for real.
Two Parker, yeah.
For sure, it be going down. It's crazy out there.
So for the kids in your area, what are their normally? What are y'all's goals? Either boxing, singing or rapping, or baseball, or what?
That was mainly it. Everybody trying to play ball, hoop, or box, and that's it.
And dodge bullets.
And try to dodge bullets. My brother-in-law.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah, my brother-in-law recently on December 23rd, just, going to get something to eat from the local Dairyland, was shot 7 times and made it. You know what I'm saying? So mainly that's just what let me know. My girl was always telling me, you got to get out the neighborhood. So that was the best move to me. I go to sleep peacefully at night. I'm so used to waking up and seeing the typical things, drug addicts and stuff like that. And that was all I was, police sirens. That's all I was used to. I was just a normal to me. And I had to expand. I said, I got to expand. I can't be in this, tank full of fishes when I could be, out there in the ocean. So I had to just,
expand.
Look now. He just got an endorsement deal with Pop Exotic.
You get your own soda, right?
I got my own drink, and one of the.
Gonna bring y'all.
I'm gonna bring y'all.
We love Exotic Pop. Hey, real quick, how can they get a hold of you? Social media, the whole nine, if they don't know.
Young Easy NSC on Instagram. They didn't let me put the $S, so It's Young
it
Easy.
is? Really?
Nah, yeah, they didn't let me put it, so it's Young Easy NSC. I'm on all platforms under Young Easy with the $S. So y'all know, y'all come out there.
YouTube, all your videos are on there, your whole
everything.
Page. Yeah, subscribe to him, man. I'll tell you, man, this guy doing some big things, Pimp. So
yeah,
appreciate you for coming by, hanging out with G A Pimp, man, and can't wait to see you. I need to come out and see you perform.
For sure.
What's the next big show you got coming up?
The next big show, we don't got one it's already in the works. We're gonna push for something else big. We gotta just keep up with it. So
well, maybe March 27th, the official Cap Summit. You're gonna
okay. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, Athena be always
that damn venue.
Athena be getting us in everywhere. So you know, I'm wherever Athena's at. You know, so wherever Athena needs me, I'm there. So. You know, it's love.
Hey, it was good to meet you, brother.
For sure.
Glad you came by to hang out with us.
For sure, man.
Big Pimp always dripping. You always saying. That's how we
do
it, baby.
Young Easy, man. Hey, check this dude out for real, man. This guy got a lot of heat. If you're a new up-and-comer, this guy, what he talked about.
You got the blueprint, son.
Got the blueprint to let you know what it is. Man.
Yeah. What I rap the truth, I can't fake that shit. It I'm like that, they finna take that shit. The better come correct your jaw, break that shit. Homicide, cold case, yellow take that shit. Fiends coming back, I'm serving them all raw. But sitting cutting dope and serving them all wrong. All work, no play, no vacate, no summer. Start busting ass against what's pipe, you no plumbers. What you mean, why hustle? Grind and not suffer. Dropped out young, against dying over color. Say you gotta see the sun, where lately it's all thunder. I don't trust against don't notice it's all brothers. Everyone silent, so notice it's no busters. I can stay woke, you sleep in deep slumber. Hear the pain when I rap like it's been real. Down in the text, bitch, need with a kid here. Begging up the work, getting money with the homies. OGs cooking crack, I watch they ain't show me. Young Lil with $1 million dream. Like all I know is rapping, serving these dope fiends. While they beefing over these niggas squeezing over Benji. So I'm staying with a strap, ain't shit about me friendly. Know it like niggas trying to clap me, trying to end me. Got me peeping through the window while I'm clutching on the semi. It's more than a rap when I speak this shit. Yeah, I'm really in the cut, really lit this shit. I seen them make money, then it when it changed against. And these pussies with a gun gon' turn to braves again. Then go and do a crime, get caught and blames again. Made it, they is, you can say I made it. Then they win and switched up, but fuck it, I'm still winning. Praying for forgiveness, but knowing I'm still sinning. Trying to see the bigger picture, all I see is blur me image. And I told you many times, guess you lack a comprehension. That fucking with me a privilege, but risky if you be snitching. Throw you in the trunk and dump you and leave you missing. Fucking with the mob, how you swimming with the fishes. Mama crying at the wake while hugging up on your missus. Against his head, fuck though. That musically I be gifted. OG sit and told me you hustle, but you be different. See you on a mission, but addicted to fast living. Better pursue up in this music for you living in the prison. But I gotta eat, so I'm grinding for my dinner time. Daughter needs some diapers, so I'm rushing to the finish line. Just nigga turning pussy out the blue, I never seen a sign. Fucking with the man, start to feeling like the Columbine. And looking like me, I stay with the 2 sticks. 100 round drum, a laser, I won't miss. 9 on my waist and packing the 2 clips. Okay, I'm done talking, I stay with a chopstick. My young bulls wild, rob everything moving, even make the fucking news. Goddamn, my goons fooling. A dream ain't shit if you ain't chasing and pursuing. All they do is cock it back, unload and start shooting. Fire in my eyes and the pain in my heart. Loyalty before dishonor, it ain't changed in my heart. Looking for me dead, so I'm playing it smart. Night M10C, bitches state of the art. Talking big boy guns, no central, we been stunning. Kinda moving dope, bitch, we been pumping. Acting like the plug, bitch, you been bluffing. True religion closed, act like you been stunning. Real hard to find, like one of the whole dozen. Got betrayed a whole life from partners to even cousins. Feels fucked up, but can't be trusting a soul. All these bitches tend to lie, so I ain't trusting a hoe. Got my homies everywhere, man, what up to the foe? Coin mode, that's again, man, he rolling for show. Got my blood against us, got respect for the beat. Got my cousins again too, and they itching to squeeze. What up, my blast again that put on for the star. 24/7, got it if you look in the scar. With my trap brothers, posted up by the stove. Baby mama think I'm fucking, but I'm chasing this flow. Down here in Texas, it's nothing but trill. Coming for my check like the first and bill. Whoa, let it begin here. Yeah, plugged in, the biggest business. Crowned out now.